What is up, YouTube? And today I am going to be doing my top 5 favorite Fortnite figures. Since recently, well, I haven't really, seen an interest in customizing Fortnite figures. I've been more into going back to, superheroes. Like recently I created, Spider-Ham and Elongated Man from the CW Flash, So videos on these guys coming soon, like in a whole series of them. And the reason of is that Fortnite figures just get harder and harder to make. So like recently, for example, recent example, well, somewhat recent, my latest figure is Minty Elf. I didn't know how to convey this figure's like character without, having to like sacrifice a whole entire good torso. So instead I had to paint and like color and not paint, but like, Sharpie, ink a torso. And with school and stuff, it's been much harder to do this stuff. But when it comes to figures like, Codename Elf, I can do them fast and easy. So yeah, one of my like favorite figures right now, 8-Ball, took a lot of time to make. It may not seem like it, but it took some time, because that torso is custom. That back one was pretty easy, but these figures, if you want them to come out good, you need to put in time. Like this figure, for example, cloth doesn't cut itself, by the way, guys, I'm using flashlight. If you're not doing it good, how are you doing it? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I had to like lend my lamp to my grandma. So yeah, tough times. Okay, and Eternal Voyager. And by the way, guys, these are my honorable mentions. If I had to pick a favorite honorable mention, it'd probably go to Eternal Voyager or 8-Ball. Most likely Eternal Voyager. But the reason these guys are up here is because Eternal Voyager is like an entirely new face. Like, this took time to make this face right here. To paint on the little skull, edit the flames, to make it look like the skull was actually melting into the flames. Minty Elf, a lot of coloring, clay, everything went into that figure. 8-Ball, painting on a black figure is never easy. So 8-Ball was a new achievement for me. Sorry. First time I made 2 edit styles of a figure. Really never saw myself doing that, but I felt like I had to and was forced to with the Codename Elf skin. Hollow head, first time trying to make these flames. Then I used it eventually, as you guys can see, on the Minty Elf. The Minty pickaxe is somewhere in my Fortnite figures collection. Let me see if I can find it here. No, I can't, but yeah, I experiment a lot. This was my first time experimenting with cloth. I tried to make the shadow cube effect. As you guys can see, here's a little cube right there. But yeah, I experiment when I make these figures. They're not just one take. Some of them are, but yeah. This minigun, these things take time to make, guys? Like, these are my own builds. Don't copy anyone unless, it was towards the beginning more when I started customizing. So, for my number 5 spot, this is not my least favorite, by the way. This is like my top 5 list. So, for my number 5 spot, it's gonna have to go to Raven. I just love how this figure came out. Matter of fact, this is a set of 3 that were my first figures. And 2 out of the 3 are here, so you guys will see. But yeah, this is when I really started getting into customizing right here. Cut all these special cloths out for Raven. Really proud of this figure. Really proud of the work I put into this figure. The eyes are actually Sharpied on. Let me see if I can take that off. To a purple head. So yeah, lots of work goes into these guys. Another thing is that these cloths, some of them had to be glued together so that they could actually stick to the cowl. So number 5 spot, Raven. And I recently gave him the Chaos Scythe to represent the Reaper. I really didn't want to make the Reaper. I wanted to make something, unique, so I gave him the Chaos Scythe. And before I continue, not all things I make, not all accessories are Lego built. For example, crowbar pickaxe. Pickaxe, as you guys can see, is colored or painted and then sharpied. Getaway is not the right. If you're not doing the getaway, you're not doing the right way. But for real. Same with the boom bow. Now TNT in this bow. I haven't changed it yet. But, you know, all these things are custom made, handmade. Same with the pistol green present wrap. And there's a lot more examples like that. For example, the prop gun. I have, you know, the shadow cube, a lot of things. Minty pickaxes in general. So yeah. And another thing before I start, I created this diorama with the gas pump, you know, a desert street Fortnite feel. And then I gave it the dirt burger in the middle to represent that thing they found in the middle of the desert, the dirt burger. So I hope you guys like it. I really did try on this. It took me like a couple hours to look for all the pieces, but eventually it's worth it. I will, you know, build anything for you guys. So I have another thing I want to show you guys was I have all my builds that I kept here. That's the totems that popped up in Season 5. You know, the Mecha Team Leader, or the Giant Mecha, ATK, Quad. And then I have this cool drifting effect that added to the drift board, or Marty McFly's board. So, yeah guys, hope you like that. Anyway, after stalling so long, my number 4 pick is a really tough one. It is either between Rust Lord and Aerial Assault Trooper. And I think that the number 4 spot has to go to Aerial Assault Trooper. Another one of my first figures is Aerial Assault Trooper. This figure holds a special place in my heart. This is when my cousin and me started working together to make thumbnails. She hasn't been able to make them because of school and work, and you know, she has kids, so she has to tend to that. But she did start making thumbnails for these figures. I love this figure. I actually lost him for 3 months, and I was like really disappointed. But Aerial Assault Trooper, all the detail that went into this figure, like, you know, this took time. Fingertips, gauntlet, band, leg straps, fingertips again. But yeah, this is actually a custom helmet. Originally this head wasn't like that, so yeah, these figures aren't easy, man. These figures aren't easy. Another reason this is one of my favorites is because that's when I started cutting out their bandanas. And his OG accessory, I'm pretty sure it was dualies. Because like back then I really didn't like customizing accessories, so I would just give them Lego guns. But this is when I started shaving the tips off to make them look more like pistols and less like, you know, Lego weapons. Because as you guys can see, that looks 10 times better. And by the way, guys, I'm planning on getting rid of some figures. I want to bring back my Marvel DC collection. I'm going to give you guys another sneak preview. I got a beat up blue Nightwing minifigure. I made him beat up because of a stop motion animation that I plan on making. A Professor Pig, you know, victor of Professor Pig's work. Victor Zsasz, Shazam, and Team Flash are also built. And you guys will see all these figures in a video coming up soon. So, I am working, guys. I am working. Even though I have school tests, this is a way to get off, you know, all that stress. Some figures that will never probably get a video are the Destroyed Avengers. So I'm just going to show one of them now. Beat up Iron Man. So, yeah. But back to Fortnite. Number 4, Aerial Assault Trooper. Love this figure. It'll always hold a special spot when it comes to customizing. By the way, these figures I am talking about right now, and the honorable mentions, I will never get rid of. if eventually, you know, I get into painting, sculpting my figures, you know, professionally, like HMR Productions, I'm pretty sure, I forgot. He does, like, all those special figures where they look insanely detailed, almost pad printed, but, yeah. My number 3 spot goes to Rust Lord for sure. This figure is, like, I'm sorry, my pride and joy. Not, well, probably my pride, like, it's, like, a really strong spot of my pride, you know? Just the helmet is what, like, makes me wow. You know, like, I painted this. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that. Trying to get you guys the best angle to see it. All the little details that went into it. The little black dots. Everything. It has those little holes. It has spikes. The red streak across the face. And like I've been saying I would, I even made the X-Lord for him. So, take off Rust Lord's helmet. You have X-Lord right here. But yeah, I have been working, guys. Rust Lord is a very special figure to me. Not only because this is when I learned to paint, but because this figure was, you know, when I was under, you know, a whole bunch of tests, this figure, like, something I decided to make. So, yeah, again, these figures get me, you know, through my life. They help me, you know, stay, well, that Lego boy, you know. They don't let me turn into other coping mechanisms, which I are not good at all, guys. So, yeah, Rust Lord. Pretty good figure. Our number 2 spot is a really hard choice. It is between Peely Bone or Mecha Team Leader. And I think the number 2 spot, believe it or not, is gonna go to Mecha Team Leader. Peely Bone is just that good, and I will tell you guys why. Alright, so let me take off this pickaxe. Funny story with Mecha Team Leader is it was a dare, guys. I was dared to get out of my comfort zone and sculpt an entire figure. That head is sculpted. These arms have clay on them. Even that arm right there has clay on it. The feet, if you guys could tell, have sculpted eyes and mouths. I got out of my comfort zone with this figure. I really did, and I am really proud of it. This figure, I guess you could say, is like, how do I say this without sounding, you know, too weird? My peak of, you know, work. This is like my wow point. Everybody has their oh moment, you know. This is my wow moment. I couldn't believe it when this figure was done that I did this with a couple Sharpies and Crayola clay. I made this figure happen, you know. So, yeah. This just comes to show that you guys put your mind to something, you can finish it. That Sharpie right there, all of the detail you guys see is Sharpie and clay. So, that is Mecha Team Leader. Oh, and if you guys can tell, I gave him a little drift spot. As well as, you know, little armor paddings everywhere. This figure is really detailed. All these figures have their videos. For the Raven and Ariel, you guys are going to have to look a little bit into the older videos. But Mecha and, you know, the next figure I'm going to show you, you guys can look into upper videos. Same with the honorable mentions. I'm sorry, guys. I just finished eating, so, burp, you know. And, before I start with the Peely Bone, I just want to say, I am attempting new figures. I'm trying to make Brutus right now. Struggle is real, though. As you guys tell, I made him the overweight belly already, but just fell right off. Because, like, my cousin dropped him and belly shattered. So, gotta make him a new one. Not overweight, but I was trying to give him, like, you know, that buff feel like that Ripley has, so. But yeah, guys, that figure should be coming in one of those special figure videos. I am not going to be lauding Fortnite figures anymore. I might be showing them off in videos like I did with the Marvel figures. So I might be like, hey, You know, Harrison Wells. By the way, this is Harry H.R. Wells. Right now, I am really interested to see where his character goes because he is struggling with seeing all the Harrys from the multiverse. So, off topic. I'm just gonna go into the number one spot, and you guys have seen my videos. You guys could tell me if you agree with me or you don't. My number one spot probably needs to go to Peely Bone. This figure took me so long, so many techniques. I painted this whole figure, sculpted half the skeleton body, sculpted onto the arms to give him some flesh, sculpted onto the legs to give him some flesh. The head has a little banana skeleton, as you guys can see. Yeah, overall, hard figure to make. The legs can move back and forward without falling off, of course. But so can the arms. The arms can actually T-pose if you really wanted to. Let me see. I know I can get them to do it. Titanic Peely. So, yeah, guys. Peely Bone is a very detailed figure. Back of the figure is a little bit weird with this little head sticking out, but that's the only real complaint I have with it. Other than that, everything is solid with this figure. Half Peely, or half skeleton, half Peely without a leg, you know? So, yeah, this figure, the reason it's my number one spot is because it's a culmination of all my work, pretty much. You know, it comes and brings together everything I've been working for, everything I've learned, and that's why Peely Bone is my number one spot. So before we end, guys, I am going to show you all the figures in order. So from best to, you know, from first to fifth, we have Peely Bone, Mecha Team Leader, X-Lord, or Rust Lord, actually, I'm sorry. Aerial Assault Trooper. Oh, pull out his pistols. And Raven. And again, these are my favorite, not my least favorite figures. So, like, that doesn't mean Raven's, like, boo, you know? He's just not number one, you know? I just felt like I had a need and urge to make this video. And, my latest video, didn't have commentary because I was trying to throw something out. It's sloppy. I'm not proud of that video. I need to remake it. Probably I'm going to remake it, actually. So, anyway, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And have a bricktastic day. And for those of you who stayed after that outro, because I know there's a couple of you who wanted to see, why is the camera still running? I just wanted to say the reason I haven't been posting is because all the stress of school and tests, you know, middle school is about to be done, about to go to high school, and all these tests, you know, I have to focus on them, trying to get into a VPA magnet. I actually got accepted for the TV magnet. I gotta keep my grades up, you know, guys. All this stuff isn't easy with filming, and I have a theater show I'm doing right now with my friends and, you know, my theater teacher, my class. So that's what I've been focused on. I have been building with my Legos, but I haven't really had time to film a video. It seems really crappy of me to say, but I've been more focused on school than anything else. So, like, I'd be coming home at 7, 6, because, you know, I am doing theater and stuff. So whenever I'd come home, and all the Fortnite figures would be, like, super complicated or super, like, dumbly easy. So I decided to start making superheroes again. Like, I have Cisco, Ramon, you know, H.R. Wells. I made Team Flash, Ralph Dibny, as you guys could see right here. I've been working on these figures for so long, and haven't posted videos on them because I just really don't think my channel will be as successful. Because in the beginning, I built my channel off with DC and Marvel, my real interests, and I got 30 subscribers in a year. Then I started doing Fortnite, and the time Fortnite was peaking, which was like Season 4, Season 6, my videos were getting viewed by everyone. Then Season 7 came, and I stopped because Fortnite started dying, and I was like, oh, well, you know, people don't really have an interest in this, but I didn't want to get out of my comfort zone, so I kept making Fortnite videos, and my thumbnail game got better, and I got more subscribers, and I feel that I have to thank Fortnite and all of you people who have stuck around with these figures, even though I haven't really been posting that much. It's really nice to see that I still have a fan base, I guess you could say. So, yeah. These figures might eventually be given away. I have plans to do a giveaway with Aerial Assault Trooper, Russ Lord, Raven, and believe it or not, one of my favorite figures, which I don't know why I didn't make the list, Eternal Voyager. I might even have to swap out Raven for Eternal Voyager. But yeah, actually no, Raven stays. Raven's an OG. But yeah, these are the figures I'm planning on giving away. These 4 right here. So yeah, guys. That's it. That's really all I need to say. That, you know, videos haven't been easy lately because school. And, yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself because you guys, you know, saw the video. So, again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And, real outro now. See ya.